Good morning, everybody. Rick and Deb here. We are at the Sedgwick County Zoo here in Wichita, Kansas at the annual Father's Day Car Show. And by the way, I want to wish all the fathers out there a very, very happy and pleasant Father's Day. Hope you get to do whatever you enjoy doing, camping, swimming, barbecuing, fishing, whatever. I enjoy going to the car show, so that's why we're here. I haven't missed a season now for, I don't know, there's been a few. But at any rate, we're going to get started. There's going to be a couple other things we might get to do today. I'm not going to promise because it's so horribly, horribly crowded today. So I don't know what we're going to get to do and not get to do, but we're going to try to do a couple other events here today. So, if you're not doing anything this morning, I know it's Father's Day, you probably are very busy with your activities, but later on, if you want to watch this, I would invite all of you to come along and join us this morning for this car show today. Okay, well, I guess we'll get started. I'm going to start with these. I think I've seen these at another car show I was at, but I don't remember which one it was. We're going to get started here. They've even got some tools or equipment that they might have used back in the day. I know I have seen this at another car show, but I just don't remember. I go to so many, I can't remember. It might have been the one in Wellington, maybe, or not Wellington. I don't know, it was one of them. And here's a 1935 Ford pickup. Oh, okay. Really don't know which way to get started this morning. I guess we'll just start down this way first. Oh, that looks like a Cadillac over here.
Yeah, that's my buddy's 62.
Yeah, it took us a little while to get in, but we finally made it. We finally made it in, got our tickets and all of that.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I try to get the picture without, but it's so crowded today, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that today or not. I'm gonna try. Here's another Cadillac, white one. 4-door too, real nice. I'm trying to take pictures too as I'm filming, because otherwise I probably won't get a chance. But as I said earlier, it is very, 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 very crowded today. But I'm glad to see everybody's out and having a good time. I like mainly the classics. The newer ones, anybody could buy a new vehicle and show it off. I like the classics. Of course, this is the Thunderbird. I do prefer the older cars, older vehicles. But this is going to be a challenge today. But we might be able to get through it okay. But it's just one of those things today. It's just very, very, very crowded today. A lot of people. We just gotta wait a minute. But anyway, there we go. All right, now we're gonna go on. Oh, look at this old Chevy down here. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. These are why I go to car shows, right here. The newer cars are okay, but you can't, there's just no comparison. There's just not whatsoever. This is what I was raised with. one thing, you know, my folks mainly drove Chevys. I can remember I had a friend of mine in high school had a Chevy similar to this. Now, it was not a show car. He put an Uga horn on that. We used to drag Maine and honk that horn all evening long. Okay, let's go on. Of course, the Corvettes are always really popular. Looks like that got the Safari building just about done. We're going to have a train, Safari Express. Let's go here and I'll just show you what's going to look like. It's supposed to be open this summer, but I don't know if they're going to make it or not. That'd be kind of fun to go on. Here's the little blue GT, Opel GT, that's what that is. Okay. And that's the Opel. I had a friend of mine had an Opel very similar to that one. Well, oh, here's an old Plymouth. Let's go over and check this out. Convertible too. Look at that. Big white wall tires. Really, really nice.
They're diving, basically.
We'll go over here and take a look at the interior.
No, it doesn't really turn it. It's just because the plane.
Really, very nice.
Yeah.
Look at all that chrome. Boy.
So as it dips and turns like this, it's basically.
We may have to circle it around. It's just easier maybe to do that. Now they got part of the tracks laid down for their train ride. Matter of fact, they may have it all laid down. There's the tracks right there. I don't know, they might just about be ready. I might have been mistaken. Okay, let's go on down. Oh, there's the Judge. Those are really nice. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can't get a picture here real quick. Okay. All right. I really don't know which way to go. Let's go back around this way first, and then we can get the rest of them. Ooh. Something's trying to bite me. Okay, you know what? No, we're going to go back around the other way. Let's just go back around this way. There's nothing down there. There's a Cougar sitting over there. Those are a nice car. Here's a Pontiac GTO. Those are.
No, I didn't bring it.
I had a friend of mine that had one similar to that one. That's a pretty truck. Yeah. It's going to be kind of difficult, but I'll do the best I can. I think this is the.
I got a lot of history to it.
Well, they finally moved. They moved out of the way. Let's get a look at that engine. Boy, it'd be safe to say that's not factory engine, but that's all right. We're gonna get a better shot now.
Hey,
Okay. Yeah, the thing of it is on these, it's like I did the other day. I just had to kind of work my way around when we were a Mustang. I think we're going to work our way around here. I see this car all the time. This was at another event in Winfield, and he was at that event. Whoa. And here's a big Oldsmobile. Look, it's got that big 442 engine in it. Those are very nice, very powerful. Probably not real economical right now, but that's all right. I had an uncle that back in the early 70s that all he would drive those big muscle cars, those big gas guzzlers. My dad said, I bet you don't have any trouble passing cars. So he said, no, I pass everything but a gas station. And that's really true today as well. Hey, let's wait for the little go buggies here to get by. And of course, this is Camaro. Look at the engine on this thing. It's huge. Look at that engine. Wow, it's really nice. Let's try to get a quick pick. Okay. Oh, I remember this one from last year. I sure do. Yeah, it's kind of got that maybe like patina look to it a little bit. See if I can just get a quick pick and then we'll go on. Okay. Well, okay, here. Gosh, I don't know. Let's start here and we'll work our way around. Boy, there's a smoker going over there. My goodness. They're really smoking the meat today. I think we'll just start here. We'll work around the circle. Then we may go back the other way. I'm not really sure yet. There's another Camaro sitting over here.
We're getting ready to head.
Okay, here's a Nova Super Sport. Always like these. And here's a camper. These people are here every year, and I just love the way they've done this camper. There's no Volkswagen bus, but they have really made it nice. Try to get a quick pick here. It is kind of hard to do though, but we're going to try. Sometimes you just kind of got to take it whether there's somebody in there or not, because it's just really difficult today. Well, now we might get it real quick. Got to be quick. gotta kind of, let's walk on around this way. Yeah, I know this is here last year too as well. See if we can just get up here real quick. There's where they got set up on the inside. Yep. Old Volkswagen. I got to visit with them. Here a year or two ago. They told me how they found it, where they found it at, and how they got it fixed up for a camper. If I'm not mistaken, they found it in a junkyard or something, and they transformed it over like they did. Really cool. Okay, let's go down this way. Huh? Do what? Okay, let's go on. Oh, they've got the bottle fillers here. That might come in handy. We were at the Oklahoma City Zoo here a couple of days ago, and we didn't see any of these new bottle fillers. Some of these are going to just have to have people in them because there's just no way to get around that today. Got to go over here and check out this smoker. Look at this thing. Boy, it's really putting out the smoke. Boy, it smells good too. Yeah. Well, I might actually get one. I about didn't get it. Okay, and I do remember this from last year, too. Shows how he painted this with a can.
Yeah, he did that. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's what we're thinking about doing to our van. Thinking about doing this to our van, too, if we can figure out how to do it.
I didn't know you did.
I know it'd take a lot of work. You know, you gotta sand them down, and then primer them, and then spray the paint on that.
Ford Mopar, I kill you.
There's no GMC pickup. Okay. All right. I think we've been all the way around here. Let's see if we can go on now somewhere. There's got to be a way to get up that other section, but we may just get that on the way out or something. It's kind of like a maze when you get down in here. I'll try to get all of them. I don't know if I'm going to get all of them or not, but I'll sure try. We had to wait in a pretty long line this morning, but it went pretty quick. We was able to get in here, and we have a membership with the Oklahoma City Zoo, so we get in on a reciprocal rate. I think normal rate's $22, and we're seniors, so we got in with, I think it cost us $8 whole to get in this morning. There are some advantages to being seniors. Oh boy, look at this Impala. But they got the blinds in the back window. Boy, this is Impala Super Sport. I've always liked these, always enjoyed these. Really sharp. We'll get over here in just a minute. I like the way it's got the fender skirts on there. It's a little bit too low for me, but I'm old. I'd probably not have done that part of it, but other than that, it's a beautiful car. I love those wheels, the white walls. It's very, very beautiful. I'm just not a real fan of the whole lowrider thing. But that's all right. That's all right. It's still a very beautiful car. And I just love those wheels. Look at that. Beautiful. They're kind of small. I'd probably just stick with the normal size tires. But the wheels and I mean, that's all good. But I grew up with these kind of cars. Mom and Dad, and in fact, I had a 64 Chevy when I was in high school. Of course, it did not look like this. I love that white interior. That is really, really sharp. We'll just kind of take a peek in here just real quick. White interior. Really nice. Really nice. You know, everybody's got their own liking and where they would customize their car if they had it. Like I said, the only thing I'd probably do different is I'd have the regular size tires on it, and I wouldn't have it the lowrider. But that's just me. Because the Z28, really nice. We might as well go down this way maybe first. And another Super Sport. Really nice. Look at that. I like those wheels.
So Ivy goes, I didn't even realize he was here. And Daisy says, that's because he's
Boy, that is really nice. Look at that. Okay. I think we'll go this way. Have I already done that one? There's a lot of Camaros here today. I can't remember. Here's a little Triumph. I had a car, little car racetrack one time, and the cars were these Triumphs. Oh gosh, that was 100 years ago. There's a little Bel Air wagon. Oh, look at this now. This guy is serious over here. I've seen this car, I think, last year. Of course, this is meant to jump up and down and all that. I'm not really. I love those wheels, though. They're really pretty. I just don't like the whole jumping thing. But it's a beautiful car, though. Look at that engine. And I love those wheels. Really nice. Look at these wheels. I love everything about this other than the fact it's one of these where they jump up and down. I don't care for that. But it's a beautiful car besides. It takes a lot of work, though. It takes a lot of effort to build a car like that. For it'll jump up and down and stuff like that. I just don't. I'm just too old, I think. I just don't really care for it. Voice that's up pretty high, though. Look underneath, whether it's chrome. Look at that. I'm trying to get in the shade. Boy, look at that. That is really nice. I think that bottle back there's got something to do with the stereo system, maybe. I'm not real sure about that. But I mean, this is really nice, other than it says where it jumps up and down. Oh, that was hydraulics. That tank in the trunk was for their hydraulics. That's what that was for. Boy, howdy. This is just crazy. Look at this pink and black Chevrolet. That is Mexican edition, it says. Well, that's different. There's going to be a lot of people. I'm going to be filming a lot of people, and I just can't help it. It's very, 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 very crowded today. So we might be getting bombarded with people on the screen. Just can't help it. I love these real skinny tires, and I don't know. I don't know. We'll probably go back over here after a while. We might go down this way. And this is a little rough, but I like the tires, the wheels. There again, I think this is one of these that jumps up and down. The Buick Regal, maybe?
I drive it every day, not every day. Actually, I'm home doing household for them.
Got that chain link steering wheel. That's pretty cool. I had a Buick Regal once. Of course, it did not look like this. Mine was a bright yellow, though. It was a 4-door. It was not a 2-door. I love that car. Oh, here you go. Boy, they got this thing all. Look at this. Wow-wee.
Yeah, that is true.
Purple undercarriage, and then looks like a flat black maybe. Yeah, I bet that one really rocks and rolls. These must be what these all are down into here.
I'll buy off of Anthony. He bought it off his boy's friend Ann or whatever. Been sitting here.
Now, this looks like a Catalina Pontiac.
I got a good deal. I can make money. Now
They got huge, look at these huge tires on this thing. Man, look at this. Those are huge. White interior with red stripe. That's really kind of pretty. Boy, howdy. 1975 Granville. Yeah. I thought it kind of looked like a Catalina, but it's not. Boy, howdy. Well, let's do some backtracking. Let's go back this way. Let's go back this way. Okay. There's a Shelby GT500. Boy. Really nice. Look at that.
Look at this GTO right here.
Oh, Mommy, look at that one. I always thought it had a tiger on it. Well, look at that.
There's a GTO. GTO Drive, it says. Okay. Let's go down here.
Recording me on my dad's phone.
Okay. Well, we made it back around to the Stingrays. I don't know. I was thinking about doing this now, but there's kind of a long line. But if I don't do it now, it'll never get done. The line just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So I guess we'll go ahead and try it. Okay, we finally made it in to their Stingray Bay, or whatever they call it here. Very long line, but we finally made it in. We were here on opening day for this, and we liked it. We just decided not to do it because the line was like 2 miles long. So let's see if we can catch a stingray. I'm gonna try to do this one-handed. This is somewhat like the one in Oklahoma City. Oh, about that one. Oh. Oh. Oh, a little bit too far down. Oh, I got one. Got the pet one. Hope I got that. Here, let me try something here. I'll put this around. There we go. Now, there's a little one. Oh, I got that son of a gun. Oh, got another one. Got another one. Oh, almost got another one. I'm trying to get my camera. Oh, I got that one. I'm doing better than I did last time. Oh, I got another one. Petted another one. Here's one coming up. Here's one. Oh, too far down. Oh, look, I got 3 right off the bat. There's another one. Okay, here we go. Oh, oh, there's one. Not sure if I'm doing this right. We got Kitty petting these stingrays. And here's another one, maybe. Oh, too far down. Well, there's a great big one. Look at that one. Oh, I kind of got that one a little bit. I got flapped at. Almost.
It was. No, I said that one.
All right. Oh.
What do you think about it? They feel really cool.
Kind of scared.
They're just a little bit too far down. Let's see if we can. Oh, I got one there. Well, there's a big, huge one out there. If I get that one. Oh, it's not quite. Oh, there I got petted one. There's another one. There's another one. Oh, oh, that one come up out of the water. Wow-wee.
Oh, I'm nervous.
Oh, I have a camera a little bit wet there. Oh. Ooh.
Make sure you don't want to touch that giant one.
And again, this is called Stingray Cove here at the Sedgwick County Zoo. It's $5 to pet the stingrays. And then you can feed them if you so desire. But Well, I got that one petted.
Did you touch
Oh, I got that one petted good. Wow, there's another one. Oh boy, howdy. Wow, wee. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, wee.
That was kind of sassy.
Yeah. Wow, wee. Okay, we're going to walk around here a little bit. We got to pet a few stingrays. Okay. Well, we got to pet a few. Oh, there's another one I got to pet. All right. Okay. Boy, howdy. Okay, guys, I think we're going to go on. We got to pet enough stingrays, I think, for right now. Had to check out my battery like twice. So hopefully we're going again here. But at any rate. Alright. I think I've been in here long enough. I just don't want to forget anything. Alright, so I think we're going to go on.
Yeah, they play it, Grandma. That's because I wasn't.
That's all good.
All right, let's go on. We got that done, so let's go on. This is called Stingray Cove Cantina. Oh, must go. They sell souvenirs, drinks, eats and souvenirs and that sort of thing. All right. Boy, howdy. Well, I probably wouldn't have been in there so long, but I had a battery had battery malfunctions. Let's go in through here so I can get back on track here. Well, that was one of the things I wanted to do today, other than the cars. So we got that done. There's one more thing we might do today. I'm just glad I got out with everything. You gotta be real careful, because if you lay anything down, it's gone. I get real paranoid about that. Because it's easy to do. You know, you get distracted, you lay something down, and then next thing you know, it's gone. But I think we're okay for now. I could have sworn I had all these batteries charged. Yeah, I think this is the way we came.
Don't say it.
I gotta kind of get back to where I was.
I'm like not.
Here,
I'm just like
now.
not there, but I'm not.
Kind of got a little disorientated in there. I got to just work my way back around.
Daddy, look at that. Yeah, look at that.
I think this is a. This might actually be larger than the previous years, although I don't know that for sure. I'm gonna go back over here just a minute and Okay, guys, this is the other surprise I was telling you about. We already got our tickets. We're getting ready to go on a boat ride. We're on the loading dock right now. They only do this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. So we're just getting ready.
Yeah, they're very particular with like when they make the boat size. Gotta be 30 minutes. We're still waiting on the elephants to try and get them.
But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that this was the other surprise I had in store, was the boat ride today, along with the cars, and we petted the stingrays. So this is the boat ride. Now we're just waiting on time to start. It's supposed to start 11:30. So anyway, just going to give you a heads up, we're getting ready. So I think after the boat ride, I think we're going to work our way on out, simply because it is so packed today. But we may look at a few cars on the way out. Hope you enjoyed it today. We're not quite done yet. We got to take the boat ride, of course. I'll try to get some pictures of some more of the show cars. Here comes another boat in. It looks like there's two boats. They did this for a long time, then they quit. They remodeled at least this part of the zoo, and then they started them back up again, which I'm very thankful they did that. So anyway, we're gonna take a little pause here, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes. Okay.
How's it going, y'all?
All right. Okay, we're getting ready to board the boat. We got to pick up our life vest here. Oh, we better pick up a life vest here.
Yeah, you gotta hang on to
Okay, thank you very much.
How are you, dear? Love your shirt.
Thank you. Yeah. Let's go in the very front, honey. I'm gonna go to the very front. I think we're going to try to take the very front. Of course, they may spin around on us, but let's just set up here.
This would be the front of the boat. This is where Bryce probably be giving his tour. So if you'd like to go there, if you'd like to go in the back, wherever you like.
Thank you very much.
Good morning. Watch your steps
Okay,
here.
we're actually on the boat.
Yeah, let me stand here.
Very good, besides for the heat, right? So my name is Bryce. We're going to be doing a conservation tour. So we are going to talk about essentially anything that is going on in the world right now in terms of conservation efforts and issues that are going on in the world. The reason why this is important is because there are some things that we're going to talk about that you guys might not consider when we are talking about conservation. Usually the very first question I get asked quite a bit is, why do we have these duck decoys out here in the water? That is actually a barrier. Our elephants do like to swim in this lake right here, and that water is about 10 to 13 feet deep. So even though it doesn't look it, they can get fully submerged there. So this is just so we don't accidentally run over the barrier. We might get lucky and see them in the water if we're very lucky. If they do, you will notice it, because if you have never been seasick before, you will get seasick when the elephants start making waves on this boat, because that boat will start jumping. Now this island out here to our left is our conservation island. It used to be home to our lemurs, but now it is home to some very exotic animals that you might not see anywhere else in the world. We got the Canadian goose, we got the mallard, you might see a bullfrog, maybe a bull snake. Yeah, very exotic. But so to kind of start the tour, does everybody know what poaching is? See a lot of nods. Yeah, so poaching is the illegal capture or killing of an animal. Now a lot of times we contribute that to elephants, rhinos, sea turtles and such, but white-tailed deer are actually a very common one that people kind of overlook a little bit. So we do go over hunting in the fall. That's because it's breeding season. It's very easy to identify a buck from a doe. All the money that we get from hunting and fishing licenses goes back into the park services, and we use that for conservation efforts and to maintain the park. But also we don't hunt during the spring because, one, they don't have the antlers. It's hard to identify male from female, and you can imagine if we accidentally shoot the mom and she has a baby, you know, it causes an issue. But it's important for those young deer to learn what it means to be a buck if they are a buck. Now right over here, this bridge you see is our human exhibit. We do ask that you guys don't feed the animals. We have all been to Costco and Sam's, and we have been given free samples. You don't want to leave at the very end of it. I was a college student. That was me. If I was hungry, I went to Costco. As we come around the bend over here on our right-hand side, this is going to be our Colobus monkey exhibit. Now the Colobus monkeys, they are from Africa. They live in the rainforests. Sometimes people call them the skunk monkeys. Other times people call them the black and white monkeys. Sometimes they call them the sad monkey. They do have a very sad looking face on them. That is just naturally how their face looks. humans like to add our own emotions onto animals quite a bit. It's what we call anthropomorphizing. And the reason why it's important is, to us it looks sad and we assume that they're not living a very good life. But if you think about it, with humans, we like to smile, we show our teeth when we're very excited and in a good mood. To a chimp, that is a sign of aggression, and that is a sign that you want to fight them. So body language does matter. Now, I don't see, actually there's one kind of up in that little canopy up there. Whenever we come around, they might be a little bit more active. Now, they do live in the rainforest. The UN has estimated that about every 10 years, about 10 million acres of rainforest is deforested. That is a big issue because, one, rainforests are carbon sinks. They take a lot of carbon out of the atmosphere and they store it. Another thing about that is these rainforests have a certain food web set up. You know, every animal has its own territory. There's a certain carrying capacity. We are deforesting everything, and once that happens, these animals are moving into those areas. So imagine if you guys live on a really nice subdivision and the bank comes in and says, hey, we're going to buy your street and the next 12 streets over and we're going to put a shopping mall here. Great for them. We already have a very competitive housing market. That is going to cause an issue because they just contributed to the problem. That's exactly how it is with the rainforest. So there are ways to help out with that. One is using recycled paper products. If you're buying the recycled stuff, it is less demand on the actual over-harvesting. The other one is if you're doing home improvement, you're putting in a new wall or something like that, or you're making a new countertop. Use sustainably sourced wood. Don't buy any of the rainforest old growth wood because it does take a very, very long time for them to actually regrow. So less demand equals less harvesting. Now, as we're coming around over here, we're going to have a little bit of a scavenger hunt. You'll probably see some turtles. We have seen some yellow-crowned herons or night herons. We've seen some great blue herons. We've seen black-crowned night herons. We've seen a lot of different stuff, so we're going to kind of keep our eyes out for the animals. The heron, the last time I saw him was on the left-hand side on the shoreline. We'll see if we can spot him on the way down. The exhibit that we have out here on our left, this is our Mexican gray wolf exhibit. Now, if you guys didn't know it, Kansas used to have a wolf population. They were called the Great Plains Wolves. Unfortunately, they have not been seen since 1905. There's actually that great blue heron right there. He's under those leaves. You can kind of see his head. He kind of reminds me of a velociraptor from Jurassic Park when he's under there. You know, you just want to say clever girl. But the Great Plains Wolves, we have not seen them since 1905. The reason for that is because their main source of food was the bison. Late 1800s, early 1900s, there was a lot of hunting for them for trophies. People would hunt them. They wouldn't eat them or anything. They would just shoot them for the sport of it. And once the bison population went down, the wolves went down with them, unfortunately. Now, our wolves are a part of a captive breeding group here. Once a litter is born, our last litter was born in 2020. They will stay with their mom for 2 weeks. They go out and they're placed with a surrogate mother and her litter, and she raises them to be wild wolves, and then they are released back out into the wild. We have had great success with this program, and we do get constant updates about how our wolves are all doing. So it's really exciting to see that they're living a really good life out in the wild. Now, people can be a little iffy about having wolves in their backyards. Unfortunately, they can be dangerous, but they are very beneficial for the environment. Yellowstone's a good example. Before we reintroduced wolves over there, the elk, deer, bison and such were overeating. The park could not actually regrow any of the green material that they needed for food. So once we reintroduced the wolves, they kept those populations down, and because of that, the park has actually been able to regrow itself, and now Yellowstone is as beautiful as ever. So as we're coming around this bend over here, you will notice that we are going to have a lot of plastic bags, water bottles, and styrofoam kind of hanging on the trees. We do have them here on purpose. And I'm going to stop right there. Right on the right-hand side in that tree, this is actually a black-crowned night heron right here. You can kind of see him. He's got a white body and a black kind of back on him. He's a very pretty bird. He's been kind of hopping between everything. But anyways, kind of going back to it, the reason why this is very important is plastic, once it gets into a riverway and such, there's actually another one in this lower limb here. The reason why this is, oh, he's got a fish. He got some food, if you want. He's got a fish in his mouth. So the reason why that plastic is very important is because of the fact that once it gets into a riverway, it takes upwards of about 1,000 years for it to actually be fully biodegradable. It takes a very long time. So unless we are going out there and basically taking it out of the water, it's going to stay there for a very long time. When I was in Costa Rica working with dolphins and sea turtles, I can't tell you how many surgeries we had to do where we were actually pulling plastic out of their stomachs. Sea turtles in particular, because whenever they eat a plastic bag, it looks very similar to a jellyfish. They eat that plastic bag, they swallow it, it stays in. So there are a few different ways you guys can help out with this. One, using reusable water bottles. They might be made of plastic, but you are constantly reusing it versus going to Costco and getting a case of 40 individual water bottles. So if you think about it, that's a 1 in 40 chance of one of those water bottles is going to end up in a river somewhere, or it's not going to be disposed of properly. Another one, reusable shopping bags. So I did not make this. I'm not that talented. My hand would actually be sewed to this right now if I did. But this is an old feed bag that we got from Missouri. Someone just made a tote out of it. You can get these at Dillon's or Safeway or somewhere. Keeps down those single-use plastic bags. Even if you do go to Dillon's and you have to get a single-use bag, bring them back next time you go to the store. They have recycling bins out there. No charge. You just drop it in. They'll take care of the recycling for you. So all those things make a big difference. A few people making minimal effort is a lot better than a whole bunch of people doing nothing. Now, I am not a botanist. I studied zoology in school. I worked with elephants and all kinds of different other animals. All I can tell you about plants is that that is a little green tree, that is a big green tree. All of the plants out here are native to Kansas, though. When I was in school, I was a D student in this botany course. I was in a class of 40 others. My professor called me out one day after a test and goes, "You are not going to be a botanist if you cannot get this stuff down." My response was, "That's great. I'm not going to be a botanist. My work eats your work." And yeah, I hear the laughs, so you guys have already enjoyed that far more than you did. Next semester, though, I had to go back to the same professor, and I'm like, "Hey, I made a browse book of what trees in Colorado our elephants could eat without an issue." And he's like, "Yeah, what was that comment you made last semester about not being a botanist?" So yeah, full circle. Now, as we are coming around the bend over here, on our left-hand side, you're going to see a whole bunch of really tall grass. That is actually what native Kansas grassland looks like. So before Kansas became mainly a farming state, the average farm out here is about 800 acres. This is what our state used to look like. So it is very important that we kind of show this to people just to kind of get an idea. A lot of times people will see this and be like, "Oh, it needs to be lawn mowed." This is home to a lot of different animals, insects, rodents, birds, use it for food and such. So it's very important. Way out there in the back, though, you can see our herd of bison. They are kind of relaxing at the moment. We do have 2 bison calves. Now, it's actually very special for our bison because they are 95% pure bison. Because the bison population was so low years ago, the only way that we could actually help salvage the species was to breed them with other cattle. So you go by a bison farm and they might be 60% bison, 40% Angus or something like that. Colorado State University and a lot of other zoos and zoo colleges and such are doing a lot of research to create genetically pure bison. So right now, 95% is about as pure as we have at the moment. Even the ones out in Yellowstone are pure bison. So one big thing about these rivers is invasive species are very prevalent. So it could be plants, it could be animals. A lot of times we'll see red-eared sliders out here. Red-eared sliders, they're adorable, but here's the thing, they're actually invasive. They're not native to this part of the country. People get them in the pet trade. When they're small, they realize how much work goes into them and how big they get, and they'll release them into a river or a lake. And once they get out there, they are very hard to get back out. And unfortunately, that causes a few ecological problems. Now, you can imagine, we hear about the Burmese pythons out in the Everglades, exact same concept. The Kansas State reptile is the ornate box turtle. They actually have the opposite issue. Their issue is that people are taking them out of the wild for the pet trade. Box turtles do make good pets as long as they're captive bred. Before humans settled this part of the country, bison, huge numbers, you can imagine the waste that they left behind. Those box turtles act as dung beetles out in Africa. They eat the cow patties, they keep the prairies clean, they'll eat small trees that are growing. There's actually a yellow crowned night heron right there on our left hand side that we're passing by. But anyways, they keep the prairies pristine because whenever small trees are trying to grow, they will eat them when they're saplings, and they make sure there's not a lot of trees growing. But you can imagine, a lot of these turtles are being taken out for the pet trade, and it's not just 1 or 2, it's usually hundreds, dozens at a time, and they just can't do their job properly after that. So if you guys do want to get a box turtle as a pet, great. Make sure that they're coming from a captive breeder, they're not coming from the wild. Saltwater aquariums, we all love to see them. Most saltwater fish are taken from the wild because they do not breed in captivity. The clownfish, like Nemo, they actually breed very well in captivity, so they're a very good aquarium fish to have. They're very hardy. But Dory, the blue hippo tang, they have to be taken from the wild. So that's a very big thing to kind of remember. You know, if you want to have a saltwater tank, great, just be cautious with what you're buying. We do have some seafood watch cards. If you guys ever go out to the stingrays, we have these little cards about what fish are actually going to be kind of good for this time of the year to eat. So it has a green, a yellow, and a red. Green fish, perfectly sustainable. Go ahead and buy more of those. The red fish, they're being over harvested. It does change every year, so fish that are on the red list might be on yellow next year or something. So that's just a way to be kind of cautious about what you're eating. And those cards are free. You get them at the Stingray stand. Now the last animal we're going to talk about are our eastern pelicans. They're going to be up here on the left-hand side. Now the eastern pelicans are really interesting because if you guys have ever been to the ocean, it will sometimes look like they have a black sludge coming out of their nostrils. They actually have a gland, so whenever they drink salt water, they are actually separating the salt from the water, and that's how they stay hydrated. And all that sludge is just concentrated salt, essentially. Their biggest issue is actually fishing. Main reason, people will go out there, they get a fishing hook tangled on something, they cut their line, that hook will be free floating. These guys swim over or fly over, they dip their bill in to try and catch a fish, that hook will cut their bill. They could swallow the hook if the line snaps, or in some really severe cases, it will wrap around their beak to where they can't open it anymore. So anytime you go hiking, fishing, anything like that, make sure you take all your trash and anything you brought into the environment right back out. Even if you're just hiking and you see trash, pick it up. As long as we are good stewards of the planet, it will definitely help out all of our animal friends out here. Because as I mentioned earlier, one person doing minimal effort is a lot better than a whole bunch of people doing nothing. So as we're coming into dock, there might be a little bit of a bump. We're all going to stay seated until the boat is fully tied off. Once it's tied off, we can stand up. The dock staff will take all of our life vests. And if anybody has any questions, I will be glad to answer them for you. Other than that, we hope you guys got to learn something new, and hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of the day. Try and stay cool as best as you can. Enjoy the cars out here. Any of the dads, happy Father's Day, and we hope to see you guys again sometime.
like the old Sonic days, the old drive-in days. A lot of these cars, there's nobody around them now, like there was earlier. Yeah, I think we're going to work our way out. We did get to see a lot of the cars. We got to pet the Stingrays and we took the boat ride. And that was two things I really wanted to do. So I think we're going to work our way out. Let's get around.
Where's Dad?
That's not a ditch witch.
Dad, Dad's here.
See the ditch witch?
Where's Dad?
It's a ditch witch.
It's got a blade and a digger and a spreader and
Oh, got to get this one here if I can. I think this is a Lincoln, but yeah, this is a Lincoln. Really nice.
Look, Bumblebee.
This way, Jackson.
Yeah, she started on the door frame. So lay down there at the bottom and started chewing.
Okay, guys, I think we've seen most of the cars today.
Give them the toy instead.
It's really getting very hot, and it's just incredibly crowded today. We were here about 3 hours, so I think we're going to call it a day. I hope you enjoyed this today, and again, I wish all the fathers a very happy Father's Day. Okay, we're just about to the front. We're going to get on out of here and maybe get something to eat. Get a nice cold drink. I'm glad you tagged along with us today. Hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed petting stingrays and the boat ride. And as always, we will see you on the next video. So, goodbye for now. We'll just give you a little bonus footage here. This is their souvenir slash gift shop. Coffee mugs and glasses and t-shirts and toys and all that stuff. Kind of an afterthought. I thought I'd just take you through the gift shop real quick. All right, this is this is for real this time. We'll see y'all later. Have a nice weekend, and we'll see you in the next video.